My name is John Marston. I live at Beecher's Hope, Great Plains, West Elizabeth, 87104. This is my confession. If you're watching this tape, I'm probably dead, murdered by Agent Edgar Ross. Ross has been building a moonshine empire for over a year now and using me as his brewer. Shortly after my 37th birthday, Ross came to me with a rather shocking proposition. He asked that I use my crafting knowledge to brew moonshine, which he would then sell using his connections in the drug world. Connections that he made through his career with the Bureau of Investigation. I was astounded. I always thought that Ross was a very moral man, and I was thrown, confused, but I was also particularly vulnerable at the time, something he knew and took advantage of. I was reeling from a tuberculosis diagnosis that was poised to bankrupt my family. Ross took me on a ride along and showed me just how much money even a small moonshine operation could make. And I was weak. I didn't want my family to go into financial ruin, so I agreed. Every day I think back at that moment with regret. I quickly realized that I was in way over my head and Ross had a partner, a man named Dutch van der Linde, an outlaw. Ross essentially sold me into servitude to this man, and when I tried to quit, Dutch threatened my family. I didn't know where to turn. Eventually, Ross and Dutch had a falling out. From what I can gather, Ross was always pushing for a greater share of the business, to which Dutch flatly refused to give him, and things escalated. Ross was able to arrange, I guess you call it a hit on the agent, and failed, but Ross was seriously injured, and I wound up paying his medical bills, which amounted to a little over $1,700. Upon recovery, Ross was bent on revenge. Working with a man named Archer Fordham, he plotted to kill Dutch and did so. In fact, the gun that he used was owned by me, and he gave me no option in it. I have often contemplated suicide, but I'm a coward. I wanted to go to the law, but I was frightened. Ross had risen in the ranks to become the head of the Blackwater Bureau of Investigation, and about that time, to keep me in line, he took my child from me. For 3 months he kept him. My wife, who up until that point had no idea of my criminal activities, was horrified to learn what I had done, why Ross had taken our children. We were scared. I was in hell. I hated myself for what I had brought upon my family. Recently, I tried once again to quit, to end this nightmare, and in response, he gave me this. I can't take this anymore. I live in fear every day that Ross will kill me, or worse, hurt my family. All I could think to do was to make this video and hope that the world will finally see this man for what he really is.